Peace, peace. Oh, something in my eye. I grab it. Use this as a mirror. Happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Right now, that what's been coming up a lot. For sure for myself, but I also see for the collective as well. You know, it's tapping into the dream realm, tapping into the astral planes, becoming more acquainted with your astral body. You know, your astral body is basically like your spirit double, you know. As a matter of fact, talking about spirit doubles, I done spoke on the cartoon, the anime series. I think it's on Netflix called The Jinn, DJINN, and the jinn almost like basically like the genie, in essence. I'm not saying essence, that's where the name is derived from, the jinn, the genie, and basically like the genie is that the aspect of ourselves that grants wishes, and our astral body is that spirit double that grants wishes. And in the story, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the jinn yet, better stop watching before I say this part. If you don't want to hear about it before you watch it. But one of the characters on the jinn basically is about the jinn were people who had they have the ability to not die. Like no matter what you do to them, they couldn't die. Like so you could run them over by a car, or you could chop off their limbs and all these different things, but they could still remain alive. Like they would regenerate. And they will regenerate due to this, from the show perspective, this dark matter that would allow for them to regenerate. Now, with that being said, also they had like a spirit double as well that they could control, to do things that the normal humans couldn't see. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else in society, say for instance, if one of them knew how to control their the astral body, aka their external jinn. And I say external because it comes from within them, but when they were able to know how to control it, like they could make their jinn go and flip a car or do certain things, and then they could see their jinn, or matter of fact, or other people who were considered jinns could see each other's astral body or spirit double in that sense, but the average human in the cartoon couldn't see it. So if a jinn flipped a car over, it would seem like a car just flipped over by itself, But again, all these different aspects of anime is speaking to real things. But what I want to share is aspects of how to tap into lucid dreaming and dreaming even more, because again, a lot of these things are very simple, and I realized for myself, like all it takes is just actually just practicing these things, like saying certain affirmations and being sure of yourself, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna share certain little affirmations that help, strengthen that aspect within myself. Because it's as simple as like before you go to sleep every night, affirming that, hey, I am lucid dreaming. I am lucid dreaming very vividly. Like all these things go into that. And again, I'm gonna share some, and now, again, sharing from a perspective from a place where I have tried this, I have done this, and I say tried, I've done this, and I've seen a difference, in what I'm doing, But excuse some of the noise, y'all. We got this. So, other than just the aspect of speaking to the dreaming aspect, also speaking to our astral body and being connected with the astral planes, because that's the true existence is outside of this holographic realm. This is a holographic realm that was created, and we are infinite beings. So if this is a temporary place, that means our little bodysuit is not us, you know what I'm saying? And all these things in this hologram that we created is an illusion. Some may say, oh, well, if it's illusion, why should I give a fuck? Well, just think about it again, like, in your dreams, instead of falling off a building or having to run from somebody, or when you go to run from something or do something, you're moving slow, like you don't have no control over your dream. That feels pretty helpless, you know what I'm saying? So even though this is a hologram or illusion, I would like to be consciously active in this temporary hologram, and I would want to create my reality within this hologram, within this denser dream realm, because that's basically what it is. So to those who may feel like, oh, well, why in the fuck are you gonna worry about it if it's a hologram, it's an illusion? That's why it would make sense to be able to manifest what I want, or quote unquote create what I want within my dream. Who wouldn't want to create what they want in their dream? But to each his own, because some people might not want to create what they want, and I say what they want, but create what they love in their dream. But just a few affirmations. So I am self-mastery of my subconscious mind and my astral body. I know my true being is in the higher realms and in the astral planes. Wealth is on a soul level. Material things come second to my spiritual wealth. I am God on a human experience. This is a temporary realm that I am leaving in this lifetime. Again, this is a holographic illusion, a dense dream world that's a representation of the astral realms, which I am truly living in. So, as a matter of fact, I said that wrong. This is a holographic illusion, a dense dream world that's a representation of the astral realms, which is our true living space, or which is my true living space. You want to say, more than our, but so this is another one. I'm extremely lucid, consciously as well as subconsciously aware of my true existence in the astral planes. Again, I am extremely lucid, consciously as well as subconsciously aware of my true existence in the astral planes. I am astral traveling daily with an extremely high level of clarity. That's a key one. I am astral traveling daily with an extremely high level of clarity. And also, again, yes, affirmations and words work on our subconscious, and especially repeating your affirmations, and also again amplifying our visualizations, and get to a place of opening up to our imagination and not locking our imagination down. Because if you don't really believe these things to be true, that's why you may struggle with this aspect, because you may still be in a realm of feeling like this stuff is not real. Hence why, again, you gotta start from somewhere. So you gotta start affirming, you gotta start to practice visualizing things, doing what you gotta do to, open the pineal, open the mind's eye, you know what I'm saying, to really tap in. So some more. I am lucid dreaming extremely vividly. I am controlling. If you don't want to use the word extremely, because with the whole balance thing that we learn about, some people may feel funny about using the word extremely. So you can say with a tremendous amount of vividness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm lucid dreaming with a tremendous amount of vividness. I am lucid dreaming in high definition in HD. I'm controlling my astral body in the dream realm with ease. Because again, you want to, you're speaking on this with ease. You're not making it sound hard. Because then you're going to create a situation. Again, you are the creator. You're not subject to things happening to you. You are what's happening to this realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you see with your two eyes is a projection of what's going on inside of you. And also, again, it's a projection of, what's going on in your subconscious. So if you feel like things are happening outside of you, if you're programmed to feel like, like external things is controlling your realm in reality, then that's what's going to be your truth. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to manifest in your realm, is things feeling like they're manifesting your life situation and not you. Again, and again, this is real. It's way more simple than what it's made out to be. Because again, we spirituality a lot of times is presented with this super logical aspect, or is using big words and things that sound like, oh, again, as we talk about astral body and astral plane and extrasensory perception and metaphysical, yeah, that's just some big words to explain some simple shit, you know. And also, again, like affirming, like I am grateful, like as if it didn't happen. So I am grateful for my extrasensory perception being fully activated, along with all my spiritual gifts and abilities. I am vividly being shown who I am and what are my unique clairvoyant abilities. My pineal organ is extremely strong and powerful no matter what I do. You know, that's another. My pineal organ is extremely strong and powerful no matter what I do. I say organ because, it's not a gland. And that's tomato to some extent, but it does have some relevance because, again, if you know it's an organ and you would, have that subconscious programming and knowing the importance of it, maybe you wouldn't, treat it so less, in the situation, you wouldn't neglect it in that sense of it, because, again, anything that secretes, like, it creates the thing that it secretes. So it creates DMT and it secretes DMT, so which makes it an organ. But let's see. I am interpreting my dreams with a tremendous amount of clarity. I'm always knowing what every message means. I'm always remembering to ask myself questions before I go to sleep. That's another little key aspect. What else? This could go into it too. This is a dream. As a matter of fact, so I'm going through as many of my little affirmations as possible. But one of the main ones is I am lucid dreaming extremely vividly. Like right now, I'm lucid dreaming extremely vividly. Like I'm all and like things like and again, I'm sharing these, but you revise this to whatever You could say some of them the same if it resonates with you, but again, you find your own little niche of how you say these affirmations. But in so many words, you want to affirm like, hey, I am lucid dreaming. Because again, you create your reality with your imagination. And if you don't have no imagination, or you don't, tap into the creator aspect of yourself, again, you're not going to be creating your reality. You're going to be reacting to some external conditions and feeling like the external conditions is what's controlling your reality and not you. That's very key to realize. So again, I'm lucid dreaming extremely vividly. And what lucid means that within your dream, you're consciously aware that you are dreaming, so you're actively like creating within your dream. Because again, at the end of the day, what's the true aspect of what we dealing with is that this realm is a temporary holographic realm. you know we learning how to balance ourselves within this realm, you know between our higher nature, lower nature, between our masculine, feminine, all these different things, but realizing that, hey, I'm a soul, or I'm source, or I'm God, or I am the no thing, the no thing from the nothingness, the triple darkness. I am the no thing on the human experience, you know what I'm saying? So realizing that this experience is temporary, so you want to start knowing this subconsciously and consciously, and making sure that you're in a place where you know that when I transition, I'm transitioning out of this realm. And you want to build confidence within connecting with your astral body, and so you can know these things to be real. Again, you don't have to use psychedelics. You don't have to use the external versions of DMT. You don't have to use psilocybin, aka the mushrooms, or acid, or things of this nature. But definitely when you tap into those realms, that really allows for you to see like, all right, this is some temporary shit, and I'm more than just a human body, So, and again, you can say these affirmations right before you go to sleep every night, which would help. This is a dream. I'm only doing what I love. It's easy to manifest all things I love. My actions and behaviors are always in alignment with the things I truly love. That's kind of one of my love, my love vibes. I am always receiving answers in my dreams with a tremendous amount of clarity. I'm always receiving answers in my dream with a tremendous amount of clarity. What else? That's basically. I'm also going to share some crystals that could help with this as well. I am adept and confident in everything I do. I'm adept and confident in everything I do. Again, you got to start somewhere, Not necessarily faking it till you make it, but, you got to start, again, use your imagination, Before this scarf was created, somebody had to visualize this in their mind's eye, If a person, let's just say the person who created this, let's just say, because they wouldn't have created this if they was like always reacting to what life brings to them, not knowing that they creating the life that they're living, you know what I'm saying, or experiencing, so to speak, you know, they wouldn't even, tap into the imagination, or they was being over logical, and trying to always find logical, physical, scientific proof for things. They wouldn't be imagining things or have a strong imagination to create this scar. But everything, from the clothes we wear to the chair you sit in, to book sacks or bags, to the laptops, to everything in this realm, a fence, all this. People playing basketball over here on the park. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to imagine a basketball, a hoop with a backboard, and putting that shit on a pole and making it 10 feet. You know what I'm saying? That had to be imagined first. Now, this is some aspects that comes from, matter of fact, if you haven't checked out Brother Panic channel, Occult Lectures, definitely check out his channel, especially his recent videos. Well, matter of fact, again, you don't ever look for confirmation from external aspects. And it just definitely feels like, all right, I'm not as crazy as I seem. Like the times that I have sat down and kind of somewhat read from a book or whatever, but he was breaking down this, I forgot the name of this book, but it's by Frank Rudolph. And I bring up always, because I learned about the Cyclomancy book from Brother Panic, and Frank Rudolph created that book. But the other one, I want to say psychiatry or something like that, and dealing with amplifying your ESP, it gets more into tapping into your astral body. The cyclomancy taps into your psychic centers and how to control your psychic abilities, which I'm going to do a video on that for sure. There's a Patreon video where I'm going to speak on certain exercises straight from the book. But, so say for instance, my spirit double is willing to do anything. My astral body is ready and willing to do any and all things I command it to do. I am my astral body. I am unlimited in all the things that I can do. My astral body is capable of doing any and all things. I know this is somewhat repetitive, but again, repetitive affirmation is the subconscious learned through repetition. Repetition, repeat, repetitive. I am powerful imagination. My imagination is powerful, but I always like to say I am, with whatever affirmation. If I could fit I am in there, I'm going to do it, as long as it don't makes it sound like completely just idiotic or whatever, I am powerful imagination. I know I am capable of doing everything. I know I'm capable of doing everything, What else? My pineal is tremendously powerful. My imagination is tremendously powerful. My extrasensory perception is tremendously powerful. My astral body is tremendously powerful. I'm receiving insight from the astral planes with ease. Again, gotta affirm these things. But again, like, I am lucid dreaming with a tremendous amount of ease. I'm always remembering my dreams to the fullest. I'm always able to interpret my dreams to the fullest. But again, this could be as soon as you wake up in the morning as well, but definitely at the least, right before you go to sleep at night. This is the type of affirmations you should be dealing with. Now, as far as crystals concerned, amethyst is a great crystal for dealing with dreams and dream recall. Lapis lazuli, sodalite, moonstone. What else? Venturine is another one. Chariot. Chariot, Charoite. Emerald is another one. Bloodstone is great for tapping into the dreams. Jade, malachite, and moldavite for sure. Another one that's great for the tapping into the dreams. And there was something else. And so for imagination, azurite, garnet, which the common garnet that's sold, like the dark maroonish, reddish colored garnet. Labradorite is another one. And I already said malachite. And then also, let's see, for like amplifying your astral traveling abilities. Apophyllite is one. Get into my note. Apophyllite. Matter of fact, and prayer night is great for, again, tapping into the dream realm, especially prophetic dreams. Prayer night, and also black obsidian could help. And another thing too, black obsidian helps with like prophetic visions. And also it would be great for protection while in those realms. Another crystal that would be good for protection through them realms is leopard skin jasper and pneumite. But definitely leopard skin jasper is known to help you travel through the astral plane. Because another thing too, you want to make sure you are, and again, not fear-mongering yourself into like, oh man, I've got to be protected, and some, don't scare yourself away from it. In that sense, you gotta know your power, and just having that awareness, though, to have, you can work with certain crystals like this. And again, these are helpers. These are not the end-all, be-all. Just because, I'm gonna just work with apophyllite, I'm gonna just work with amethyst, and I'm gonna just pop it off. Like, no, you want to work with those tools. Again, like a tool, like I could turn a screw with my hand, you know what I'm saying? But it'd be way more easier to take a screwdriver and screw that screw in as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure I could take a piece of metal and hit a nail into some piece of wood, but a hammer, is uniquely made to really hammer that in, and is a helpful tool in doing that. Now, also, blue kyanite is a great crystal for, connecting with, astral body, and, getting more vivid dreams and having dream recall and getting insights in dreams. Again, prayenite, PRHNITE, which is very great when it has epidote inclusions in it as well. And I got a video on epidote and prayenite. And also crystal quartz, because you could program crystal quartz. You could tell crystal quartz, hey, I want you to amplify the vibration of lucid dreaming every time I go to sleep. And I want you to amplify my imagination, amplify my visualizations ability, my visualization abilities. Hey, crystal quartz, I want you to help open up my pineal more. Hey, crystal quartz, I want you to amplify the connection between my physical body and my astral body, you know. So crystal quartz, you could kind of, you know, hence why they use it for computers, because it's programmable. It could do multiple things as you give it certain commands. Selenite is another good one for tapping in. Again, dreams or astral travel, but for sure with dreams. And I already said labradorite, but again, apophyllite for sure. I got a little piece of apophyllite. But apophyllite, definitely great for tapping into those dreams as well. And there's a few other crystals that I may have not named, but those, you know, again, something that I'm familiar with and that I don't work with. You know, lapis lazuli, amethyst, again, for sure. And again, working with saying your affirmations. And again, just like with anything, just like with lifting weights, you don't go to the weight room and lift weights one time and say, all right, I'm done. You know, now, let me say this. After reading Cyclomancy and learning how to amplify your psychic abilities, you know, maybe that could be, I say maybe, you know, it could be possible for you to lift a weight one time. But even think about what I'm saying, because for you to even go into the weight room and say, for instance, lift a weight one time and get strong from it, at the same time, you still would have to practice working with your psychic muscles. So either way, you know what I'm saying, no matter how you slice it, you know, you gotta get in the habitual nature of exercising these muscles, exercising your psychic muscles, exercising the muscle of your astral body, exercising the muscle of your imagination. I'm using, you know, muscle for lack of a better word, or for the analogy of it. But, you know, you got to exercise these muscles, you know what I'm saying, in order to strengthen your abilities. And it comes through the habitual nature of it. Because if you habitually been told to shut down your imagination, then yeah, it's going to take more work. You know, again, like if you're a person that's just been like, you never lifted a weight ever in your life, then it'll be a little difficult for you compared to somebody who plays sports a little bit. So when they do hit the weight room, you know, they kind of, you know, it's not as difficult for them, you know. And again, you don't want to make it seem like there's anything hard. It's just understanding that, you know, depending on where you're at, it'll take more due diligence and focus to, you know, again, to be habitual about exercising these muscles. But definitely just wanted to share that with y'all. Again, because I've been seeing things shift in my reality, and just to share one that I had recently, which, you know, it could be a mixture of things. Again, dream interpretation. Yes, they have like general symbols and things of this nature. Like again, if you're dreaming about a house also could represent your body. And I always speak on like, and if the kitchen is dirty, then that means in some way, form, or fashion, you know, your digestive, the kitchen is where you eat things, so your digestive system and your temple may be dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's the symbol that your dreams is giving you. Because again, your dreams also allows for symbols and things to come through without an interference of your conscious mind in that sense of it. You know, but again, dreaming about a house, and I had a dream recently about you know, being at my grandmother's house, you know, and in fact, I was snacking on some little sweets in the kitchen, and I was speaking to, you know, the little awareness of, you know, I just went to sleep right before that, because that does have an effect. I remember the Bill Cosby show where he had like a hoagie, he had some type of hot dog right before he went to sleep. And so in his dreams, he was dreaming about a hoagie and just all kind of different little things, you know, because your stomach is tapped into, you know, your dream realm as well, you know. Because again, your card to your astral body is right around your sacral chakra, you know. So it's not too far from your digestive system and your stomach area, you know. So that all plays into that as well. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, again, like with me snacking in my grandmother's kitchen, you know, that was part of that was, you know, like giving me that awareness of, you know, like what I'm eating and how it I say how it affects me in that sense, but just kind of bringing me up to that awareness of just showing me, you know, that, and again, different. That's what I interpreted for myself, because somebody could hear about that same dream and feel like, oh no, this is speaking to this, but for the most part, the only person that can interpret your dreams the best is you. You know what I'm saying? But again, and my dream was also speaking to the aspect of my grandmother, kind of just, the reason why I was at her house, because it was also, again, like she done transition, and just that connection of her just speaking to me, letting me know that she loves me, you know, uh, and that she, here connected. Also, my cousin was in a dream, which he's, still within his physical body. And that was just because another thing too, certain people you'll see in your dreams is also speaking to people that may be thinking about you very strongly, hence why they're in your dreams. So, my cousin, I was like, all right, I caught the message as I woke up that, reason why he was in my dream, because he's thinking about me very strongly, him and my uncle, because they were both in the kitchen at my grandmother's house, with me, and that whole aspect was just letting me know that, also an aspect of seeing where I was at. So, being in my little transition, through my little house's transition, and I was sleeping in a certain little area that was different. And again, also a manifestation of your negative thoughts, like hence, I was sleeping and I had a envision that somebody was taking my bag, and I woke up and caught them and grabbed my shit before they could steal anything, But it was letting me know that, hey, before I went to sleep, I may have had just a little bit of a negative vibe towards feeling like somebody was going to take something. Now, which when I woke up, nobody didn't touch my shit or none of that. But within that dream, it manifested to show me, and again, it's the message I got from my higher self to show me, like all those little thoughts count, you know what I'm saying? So you want to be aware of like what you're thinking, especially right before you go to sleep. So it was kind of, that kind of was letting me know that, to have that awareness of, again, what I'm speaking on or saying right before I go to sleep. And also realize that, yes, you can get waking symbols as well, Hence, you might see little squirrels around. I talked about squirrels and what they stand for, are blackbirds, and the squirrel stands for the little playfulness, for just a simple aspect. Blackbirds connected to, blackbirds connected to death and rebirth, you know what I'm saying? And also other aspects. So you'll see certain things, again, I get a horn beeping from a car if it's letting me know something is truthful, or I'm on point with whatever I'm speaking on, or whatever somebody's speaking on in the moment, So you'll get little aspects within it, because again, this is a denser form of the dream realm. So you'll get, like those whistles kind of give some type of aspect to what I'm saying in the moment. You get symbols in your quote-unquote waking stage, but really we really sleeping in this dense dream realm, you know what I'm saying? We're really like sleeping by being awake in this realm. And when we quote unquote go to sleep in this realm is when we awaken into our true state of being, or our true, like again, the astral body and the astral realms, the astral planes is our true aspect of our existence. That's that infinite, timeless, aspect, Hence you could go through a lifetime in a dream, but only been quote unquote sleeping in this realm for a couple of hours, So, but that's basically it, y'all. Peace, happy now, and remember, affirmations, affirming these things as if knowing that these things have already manifested, and that you can, manifest and tap into these realms, But happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past.